So everyone's getting a set of these, okay? It's up to you guys to keep that together. Shh. And what you're looking at with your hinge when you open it up, you've got two main parts. The part right down the middle is called the barrel, okay? And the two bits off to the side are called the leaves, okay? Barrel and leaves. You'll notice on one side of it, these holes are countersunk. That's what has to face upwards, okay? Now, we have to position this on our box at a certain measurement in from the end. I'm going to pick that now. And I'm going to bring it in 25 mil from the end, okay? You'll need to do this with a very sharp pencil. So, step one, from the edge of your box on the side you want to hinge, mark down 25 millimeters. I'm going to slide across to the other end of the box. And I'm going to mark that one in 25 millimeters. Nice, sharp line. Okay, there's that one there, that one there. So I'll just do one for the demo. So the hinge that I had open, I'm going to align the left-hand side of the leaf to that line, but I'm going to fold it over backwards, just like that. Okay, that way the barrel lines up perfectly with the edge of the timber. Okay, I'm just going to sit that up there for now so I can get my super sharp pencil and trace around it and get right in around the hinge. Watch your fingertips, don't let it move. Okay, there's that marking out there. We want to mark that with scrap lines because we're going to chisel that out. How far down are we going? Let's mark that out. So using a square, I'm just going to put a little dot where I've got to come down, and I'm just going to project that down a few millimeters. Just a few. Maybe 3 or 4, not a lot. And now I need to mark a line across there, okay, between those two lines. Okay, that has to be the thickness of the leaf. So if we look at our hinge again, the thickness between the top of the leaf and the bottom of the leaf. The easiest way to do that is with a marking gauge. Okay, so we are going to set that and get that right angle for you to that thickness. Now we're kind of lucky that if you grab one of our marking gauges and loosen this block off and then slide it as far up as it'll go and tighten it off, that actually matches the thickness of that leaf. Okay, then we're going to mark between those two lines. Okay, nice and light passes just between the two lines. It'll leave a little tiny scratch. That you can then, with your sharp pencil, fill in. Okay? Very, 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 very fine. And we're going to chisel that out. So I'm ready to start chiseling now. There's a very particular order you have to do this in. Okay. Sage, can I get you to come up and be my cameraman? Because I want to show this view from over top. Can you stand on this side of me and film from the top there? Good. All right. So step one, get some scrap blocks. Stop it, Aiden. Secure your box to the bench. Now, if you don't use blocks, you try to take a shortcut, you'll end up denting the top of your box. Okay, so clamp that down. And we want to try and get a second clamp on there. If we can, it might be a little tricky. Nice and secure, it's not going anywhere. For this, you'll need a chisel. I'm using the 19mm. A mallet, not a hammer, okay? Whenever you chisel, step one is to go across your grain. Now we're gonna be lining up the very tip of the chisel across the grain first, where we need to make that first cut for the chisel to go in. Okay, it lines up perfectly. Now I'm only having to go down to that line I marked on the face of the timber. It's not even 2mm, okay? So we're going to just double check we're holding it nice and straight. Tap, just zoom in on that. And around the front. And you'll see that it doesn't go very deep at all, just to my line. Pano, put it on my bench. That one right there, the one I'm at. Okay, I'm gonna go down now to this end and do the same. And watch the way I face the chisel, okay? We've got a beveled edge and we've got a flat edge. The bevel edge goes here and faces in towards our cut. Okay, I'm getting right into the corner. Bringing the chisel up nice and straight, checking. Tapping down to that depth. That's step one done. 2 cuts across the grain. I've gone across the grain so that when I go with the grain, I can't split the timber. It's created a little stop there, okay? So next, I go with the grain, but I cannot go past this point here. I'll point it with my pencil. I can't go past there. If I put my chisel slightly further down, I'll split the timber. I've got to stay on the scrap side of that first cut I did, okay? Got it right in position. I'm going to straighten my chisel up and knock it down. When I take my second pass, I'm not going all the way down here. I'm actually going to overlap half of my chisel with my first cut. Nice and straight. It helps to keep it straight. Okay. Now I'm going to go down to this corner and come back. It'll overlap a lot. That's okay. Done. Okay. So it was step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 3, you cannot go past your corners or you will split your timber. Okay, do you want to just come around and shoot from the front from there? I might actually get your sound as well. Now, the next step, just come out a little, bevel face up. Okay, we're going to put the chisel in the little groove made by our marking gauge. We're going to bring it up beyond level, like a little higher. Okay, see I'm coming up higher? That'll be my first hit, and when I make my second hit, I'll bring it down level. Because the coming up high lets it bite into the timber. To get started, we'll lower it to go flat. Okay, here we go. So in the groove, don't go past your corner. Up past horizontal, tap him in. Put him down level, gentle tap. Very, very gentle. If anything, I am slightly higher than horizontal. Gentle tap and don't go past that top line. Okay, come down. Very gentle. Okay, there we have it.
that it?
That's it. Now, no. On close inspection, I've probably got a little bit. Now, watch where my hands are. They're behind the tip of the chisel. I'm not doing this. I don't want to slip into my fingers. They're sharp. Yeah, you'll get a clean cut, but let's not do that. Hands have to be behind. I'm stabilizing the flat side of the chisel, and I'm just wriggling out those little bits to keep it nice and flat and consistent the whole way. Now the test to check this is actually the right fit is to get that hinge we had and sit him in there. So I actually have to go a little deeper. This has to sit super flush. If it sits up higher than the timber, our lid won't close properly, okay? So I'm just going to skim a little bit more off. Okay, and then along that front edge, very slow, soft movements. Get right in there to my corners. Nothing can be foul in it. And I'll check again. Super flush. That's how we do it, okay? I'm not going to show you how to secure those hinges in yet. You've got time to mark both of those out, chisel both of those out, and show them to me. Now take your time with this. It is a high level skill, but it's going to make your boxes look beautiful. Cool?
Cool.